Good day, everyone. I am John Dexter L. Emperador, a senior high school teacher at Tanzan National Trade School under Schools Division of Cavite Province. Today, I'm going to discuss and demonstrate the important procedures in testing a resistor as a passive component. When testing any form of electronic equipment, there are several precautions you must take.
Make sure the equipment or the electronic board to be checked is disconnected from any form of power supply. This includes, but is not limited to, power sockets from walls and batteries. Electrical current can damage your testing equipment when used improperly, so always make sure that your testing equipment is set to the correct testing mode. Most importantly, make sure that your testing equipment is the correct equipment for the job. Remove electronic components to be tested from the circuit board in testing resistance. Usually, one terminal lead is unsoldered to properly check the working condition of the component. How to check the resistance of a component?
If you are using an analog multimeter,
First, set the selector switch of the multimeter to the ohmmeter range. Second, touch together the terminal leads of the test probe and adjust the 0 ohm adjustment knob to set the needle pointer exactly at the 0 position at the right side of the ohmmeter scale before using the ohmmeter function of a multimeter. This procedure must be performed to get the accurate result of checking the resistance. Take note that every time the selector switch is calibrated to another ohmmeter range, the 0 ohm adjustment knob needs adjustment.
if you are using the digital multimeter,
Set the selector switch directly to its proper function. This is the advantage of using the digital multimeter over the analog multimeter because there is no calibration needed to perform in any ranges since the measured value automatically appears on its screen.
now that you already understand the precautions and the initial setup before using the multimeter, let us now proceed on how to check the working condition of a resistor. Step 1. Read the indicated color code on the resistor. For instance, I have here a 3 color-coded resistor with a predetermined value. The first one has a resistance value of 180 kilo ohms, positive or negative 5%. The second is 50 ohms, positive or negative 5%. And the last is 1 ohms, positive or negative 5%. Step 2. Set the multimeter to the ohmmeter range depending on the resistance value. If you are using a digital multimeter, calibrate the selector switch to the ohmmeter range and it will automatically read its resistance value. For an analog multimeter, it depends on the given resistance value of the component. For resistor number 1, set the ohmmeter range in times 10 kilo ohms. For resistor number 2, set the ohmmeter range in times 100 ohms. And lastly, for resistor number 3, set the ohmmeter range in times 1 ohms. Step 3. Place the test probe to the 2-terminal lead of the resistor. Take note, do not touch using your hand the 2-terminal lead of the component simultaneously while checking its working condition because our body has a resistance that may affect its result since it is connected in parallel if you are holding it at the same time. Holding one test probe to the terminal lead while the other test probe is touched to another terminal lead is okay. Let us measure the value of resistor number 1. Okay, the measured value is 179.1 kilo ohms. To determine if it is good or defective, let us find out the minimum and maximum tolerance value of this resistor. Let us multiply the resistance value of 180,000 ohms by its tolerance value of 5%. The answer is 9,000 ohms. If we are going to add the 180,000 to 9,000 ohms, the answer is 189,000 ohms. This is the maximum tolerance value of this resistor. On the other hand, if we're going to subtract the 180,000 to 9,000 ohms, the answer is 171 ohms, which is the minimum tolerance value of this resistor. Since the measured value of this resistor, which is 179.1 kilo ohms, is within its tolerance range from the minimum of 189,000 to its minimum value of 171,000, then we can conclude that this resistor number 1, its working condition is good. Let us measure the value of resistor number 2. Okay, that is 46.5 ohms. Like the step in the previous resistor, let us find out its maximum and minimum tolerance. So let's multiply the 50 ohms by its tolerance of 5%. The answer is 2.5 ohms. So if we're going to add the 50 ohms to 2.5 ohms, the answer is 52.5 ohms. This is the maximum tolerance value of the second resistor. On the other hand, if we're going to subtract the value of 50 ohms to its tolerance of 2.5, the answer is 47.5 ohms, which is the minimum tolerance value of this resistor. Since the measured value of this resistor is outside the range of its tolerance value, the working condition of this resistor is known as out of tolerance. Lastly, let us measure the value of resistor number 3. No measurement. Okay, so let's try to use the analog multimeter. Okay, so let's set it to times 1 ohms. Okay, the value is infinite. In both multimeters we use, the result of the measured value is infinite, wherein the needle pointer does not deflect at all. This kind of working condition in the component is called as open. And this component should be terminated in the circuit to be replaced by the good one. So in this case, we do not get the measured value of its tolerance since during the measured value, there's no any movement or measured value. We notice that's why we get the working condition already that this resistor is open.
Sometimes, a bad resistor can easily be detected by the naked eye. The usual physical indications are a burnt body, a loose end cap, and a broken body. If this happens, the component needs to be replaced by the good one.
I hope that you understand how to properly test the working condition of a resistor. Thank you for listening. Bye.